This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives led them fast. They refused to let them go. First and foremost, I like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rikah Kodash, from the Prophets in Babylon out of the Waco, Texas camp, affiliated with the branch of Prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. I'm your brother Apiak. I'd like to give a special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. May the blessing of election be upon your household and you sincere brothers and sisters out there. And lesson for today, Judah and Ephraim were oppressed together. Lord willing, I hope and pray that this was edifying. And so I was reading out of the book of Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33, and the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, meaning that the southern tribe and the northern tribe were oppressed together. The northern tribe consists of Ephraim, which is the leader of the northern tribe, on down to Issachar, the so-called native Latino. Um, you have the southern kingdom, which consists of so-called Negroes, the so-called Jamaican, and the so-called Haitian, which Haitian it means Levi. Um, Benjamin means Benjamin is Slovakia. You got the southern kingdom, which consists of Judah, which Judah is the so-called uh, Negro. You got Benjamin, the so-called uh, Jamaican, and you have Levi, which consists of the so-called Haitian. So we were oppressed together. And why were we oppressed together? This is why when you read Jeremiah 17 and 4, and though even thyself shall discontinue from thy heritage, talking about Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai took us away from our heritage because of transgression of the laws that I gave thee. I will cause thee to serve thy enemies, which we're serving them right down to this day, in a land. This land is America, which thou knowest not, which we're not from this country. We're from Israel. Knoweth not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Yeah. And so, the Lord it was angry with us, but he granted a few of us to understand who we are. See, these two-third Jakes out here, they don't know who they are. They just think of themselves as Negroes, Latinos, and Spics and Indians, what have you. You know what I'm saying? With the bywords. Let's get that. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Because when you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, it clearly shows you that we're under the curses because we're called bywords, basically. And though and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai shall lead thee. So that's why you have the term Negroes or niggers. You have the term of uh, you know Spanish or Latino or wetbacks. Or when you refer to an Indian as a red man or an Indian. Tontos. These are all bywords. These are not. This is not who we are. We're from the 12 tribes of Israel, and so the Northern Kingdom was brought over here. First. Now I will say this: you do have those who came from the Northern tribe who came over later on in the Atlantic slave trade with the Southern Kingdom. Which is Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. You know, but the majority of the northern kingdom was brought over here way before then. Second Ezra chapter 13 and 40. Those those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners, but of their own land in the time of Osea the king, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. And so this was what happened. The northern tribe were brought over here earlier. Now, Christopher Colon, aka Christopher Columbus, he knew this. And so, being that he knew this, he came over here, you know, and he came over here and he oppressed our people. And we've been oppressed ever since, but that was because of the, transgressions of the laws. And that's why we're in the situation we're in now, but the 2/3, they don't know. I mean, when you go to a prison, you got, the so-called Negroes gangs, and you got the so-called Latino gangs, and they're battling against each other, not realizing they're all one people, you know. So, this is ignorance because you err not knowing the scriptures, you know, not realizing we were all oppressed together, you know. So, Lord willing, I hope and pray that this was an edifying lesson. Want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rikah Kradash. Until the next time, Lord willing, I'll say Shalom.